The sheer audacity of the opposition's antics in the JPC meet on Waqf is a reminder of the depths to which our parliamentary discourse has sunk. TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee's brazen act of smashing a glass bottle. That's what he did, viewers. Smashed a glass bottle, like they show in films. Disrupting the meeting and bringing proceedings to a halt is a shameful exhibition of unparliamentary behavior. This is not an isolated incident, viewers. It's a part of a disturbing pattern that has become the hallmark of opposition strategy. Their tactics are a travesty of democracy, a mockery of the very institution they claim to defend. From hurling paper planes at the chair in parliament to using physical violence, the opposition has consistently demonstrated a blatant disregard for parliamentary norms. And yet, leaders like Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, all the other worthies, self-proclaimed champions of democracy and the constitution, remain silent. Their hypocrisy is staggering, their duplicity exposed. This is a politics of disruption, not discussion of violence, not verbosity, where emphasis is on speech, on dialogue. They forget that democracy is not about disrupting dialogue, but about engaging in constructive debate. The silence of the opposition's leadership is complicity. By not condemning these actions, they condone them. Their moral cowardice is staggering, viewers. Where is the outrage? Where is the condemnation? Their selective morality is exposed. Their commitment to democracy is a sham.
नॉन सिक्युलर फोर्स का अगेंस्ट में मेरा लड़ाई जारी रहेगा। जो देश को सिक्युलर कैरेक्टर को नॉन सिक्युलर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उनका विरुद्ध में मेरा लड़ाई जारी रहेगा। हम लोग का लड़ाई जारी रहेगा।
आज जो घटना हुई है, ऐसी घटना की तो हम कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकते कि इस तरह से कोई मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट चेयरमैन के ऊपर ये भी नहीं कि केवल बोतल फेंक दिया, बोतल को तोड़ा और उसके बाद उस बोतल को जिससे फेंका और मेरे सामने आके गिरा। मुझे लगता है कि कल कोई रिवॉल्वर लेके आ जाए। मेंबर को प्रिविलेज है।
ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली वी मस्ट पॉइंट आउट that the person involved in this incident, that Avijit Ganguly, BJP MP, he's notoriously known as a person with huge nuisance value.
It only shows that these people have no real respect for constitution. They say Samvidhan, Samvidhan, but Samvidhan ka apman is their only pehchan. This is the same Kalyan Banerjee who was mocking and imitating and doing mimicry of Vice President of India.
Let's open this up. Professor Monojit Mondal joins us. All the others stay on. Professor Mondal, you know, is this how we are going to save Samvidhan? Is this the safe democracy model? By smashing a bottle if you have disagreements?
I do not think he had smashed the bottle out of his own sweet will. It might have been under extreme provocation, but nonetheless the incident was definitely, avoidable, should have been avoided. But the person who was on the other side was Avijit Ganguly, whose notoriety as a judge, as a lawyer, I think is quite well known. So they might be having some kind of personal issues from behind. That might have led to the issue. It might have been, again I repeat, under extreme provocation, who himself in fact incidentally hurt himself, his own finger. So it's not out of his own sweet will that he will smash the bottle and hurt himself.
So he was okay. Again, circumstances were such that he was forced to smash a bottle. This is Professor Mondal. A new theory. Even the person who smashed the bottle would be.
One might have been under extreme provocation.
Mr. Mondal, I am extremely provoked by this logic and justification. I have a glass here. Should I smash this? What will you make of me, sir? Bataiye. I am provoked by this justification of violence. Should I smash the glass? You tell me, sir.
If you are provoked to the level of extremity, you might, because you lose your cool, quite natural. And the kind of person Mr. Avijit Ganguly is, anyone who converses with that person will have the chance of losing cool. But I am repeating, this should have been avoided, because Mr. Kalyan Banerjee is a very senior MP and should have been avoided. But again,
do not do anything. Tell the government to be wary of the opposition. If you test their patience, if you provoke them, then, they are on their own.
I'm amused by the way, the TMC is justifying the incident, or rather defending it. I hope, Mr. Kalyan Banerjee does not get under more pressure and bangs his own head with the glass in future, because that will be very disastrous. Point is, Pranesh, TMC once again has proved that it is fundamentally, temperamentally, it is not suited to be in the form of democracy that we live in. The same member of parliament last year was caught lampooning the handicap of Jagdeep Dhankarji. If you remember, he was, lampooning, mocking and all the other MPs of the opposition were attending his lampoonery act. So, this opposition incorrigible. But where do they draw inspiration from? I just want to remind you of one particular incident. In January 2019, when a lady defense minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, was talking on the Rafale deal, what was Rahul Gandhi doing at that point of time? Do you remember? He was winking and throwing paper planes throughout the discussion. So if this is the quality of the opposition today, one feels sad for the country, because this opposition will not be able to deliver come what may.
आसिफ सोहेल, आसिफ भाई, वक्फ पे डिस्कशंस हो सकता है, डिफरेंसेस हो सकते हैं. I may not agree with some of your reasonings. You might have some problems with what I say. Does that mean we resort to this behavior? ग्लास तोड़ना, टेबल तोड़ देना, ये सही है आसिफ भाई?
सर देखिए, ये चीज तो सही नहीं है, बट what exactly happened inside, nobody knows it now. That has to be come out. ठीक है, उसको क्लियर स्टेटमेंट आना चाहिए, क्या वजह से हुआ है अंदर, what was the issue and what was the argument. See, because देखिए जो हो रहा है मुल्क के अंदर, he must be frustrated for that. The people who are suffering, and the minorities been targeted, the atrocities on the minorities might have triggered him, but he has to keep a patience. वो अपने आप को सब्र रखना है वो चीजों के लिए, but the clear picture has to come out. The JPC has to give the statement what
you
exactly
have a clear
happened
picture of the broken bottle, Asif Sohail. What more clear picture are you looking for? 1 minute. And the person who broke the bottle, he is not apologetic. You are. It began with provocation, Karan. Now Asif Sohail has injected the word frustration. He says he might have been triggered by the extreme sufferings of the minorities.
Yeah, and symbolically, who was accompanying him outside? It was Asaduddin Owaisi. He is their new Sadr now. Asaduddin Owaisi was accompanying him. So, birds of the same feather flock together, Pranesh. So, Pranesh, let's understand this. The minority vote bank, which they see slipping away, Asaduddin Owaisi and his ilk maybe see a lot of properties slipping away, because a lot of 20-25 families have had a stranglehold on Waqf. But this guy, Kalyan Banerjee, the one who's hurt himself, he is seeing his vote bank slip away, and he is desperate to prove that I am ready to go to any lengths, even bruise and bloody myself for this vote bank. That is how low he has stooped, and he's taken inspiration from his mentors. By what kind of behavior does Derek O'Brien show in the parliament? He has been suspended. What kind of behavior does Mahua Moitra show? Was it not Udayan Guha who said break fingers? Sometimes they break fingers. If somebody protests against Mamta in the RG case, break fingers, break bottles. This is their mindset, this is their culture, which has resulted in so many post-poll deaths also. During election deaths, panchayat election deaths. So
Sumaya
this is
Rana,
the mindset of the TMC.
Right.
They are in cahoots today with Owaisi.
No, it's not. Karan, you are saying that this is the mindset of the TMC. Why single out the TMC here? This is, like I said, there has been a pattern. Paper planes banana, mimicking the vice president, and then the slogan is Jai Samvidhan, we will save democracy, we will protect institutions. Sumaya Rana, is this how elected members must behave? If you have a disagreement, a bottle तोड़ देंगी क्या?
Obviously, I am disagree with this. लेकिन उसका आप क्या कहेंगे जब उसी पार्लियामेंट के अंदर लास्ट ईयर एक एमपी, एक पार्लियामेंट्रियन कुंवर दानिश अली के साथ जो कुछ होता है, क्या उसको सही ठहराया जा सकता है?
उसको किसने सही ठहराया? कंडेम किया हमने, कंडेम किया सबने. Any right thinking individual did not condone that.
Again, you are
in the
interrupting me.
strongest of words.
Please let me speak. Mr. Banerjee hurted himself. उन्होंने किसी को हर्ट नहीं किया.
Oh.
मुझे लगता है कि वो एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन है
He is the
जिसको वो
victim
वहां
now.
पे दिखा
Look,
रहे हैं।
ये
और
पूरा
आप
एक
उसको
पैटर्न है. I
justify
see
नहीं
a
करना
story
चाह
line.
रहे हैं,
I'm
तो मुझे
sorry,
लगता है कि
Sumaya
उसी
ji, I'm
parliament
sorry,
के
but I
अंदर
object
अगर
to this. The man who is using violence as a means, he is the one who's broken the bottle. And you're saying, वो victim है, he has hurt himself. How did he hurt himself? He's hurt parliamentary practices. He's hurt democratic norms. Ma'am, do you know what he's hurt?
It was a violence for the whole community, जिसको वो टारगेट करके उनके लिए भाषा बोल रहे थे. It was also a violence.
Yeah, and when he was, when he was mimicking the vice president,
Violence with the whole
no,
community.
when Kalyan Banerjee was mimicking the vice president, did he hurt himself? आप बताइए. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, provocation, frustration, he hurt himself. What do you want to add to this?
No, you see, 7 days ago, the entire opposition walked out of this joint parliamentary committee meeting on the Waqf Amendment Bill for obvious reason. Because we all know and we all feel what the feelers that have been coming out from inside the JPC is that this entire committee is opinionated and biased to the true sense. There is no denying the fact.
But Kamruzaman Chaudhary, if that is the case, why attend the meeting when you know that the panel is loaded against you? Why join the meeting? Boycott? What is the stunt of breaking a bottle?
Palestinians know they will never win against Israel, but still then they are fighting.
My God.
The fight will
Look at the
continue.
glorification of Kalyan Banerjee now.
Please
So
don't
what are
be
you-
mistaken.
Yeah.
It's not a glorification. Nobody cares. Pranesh,
Of
let
course.
me finish my
Why
statement,
can't you
please.
condemn it, sir? Why is it so
Kalyan
difficult?
Banerjee,
Why is it
nobody
so
gives
difficult
any-
for you to condemn it? Say that this is not democratic.
I'm coming.
This is unconstitutional. This is not right. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, why can't you say it? Why is it so difficult? What will you lose? Lose a few votes?
Please, Pranesh, please have a Pranesh, please have a glass of water. Till that time, I can finish my.
Sir,
point,
I will
please.
have,
Thank you.
I will, sir, I
Kalyan
will,
Banerjee and Abhijit Ganguly
here,
in-
now that
in
you've
Bengal.
told me, I am having a sip, sir, here. Thank you. But I'm not
Now the point
breaking
is
the
that
glass.
Kalyan
Kamruzaman
Banerjee
Chaudhary,
and
please
Abhijit
don't do
Ganguly-
that. Even Professor Mondal is smiling. Let's not glorify violence,
I
please.
hope nobody. Never. What we feel, what is going inside the JPC is a very warning
Kamruzaman
signal
Chaudhary, what has
for the
that
whole of
got to do
country
with
and the
this?
protection
Even
of
if
the
nothing
workers
is
from
going
the
on in the
Muslims
JPC,
of
1
the
minute.
country.
Even if members are not allowed to speak, if the chairman decides to put a tape on their lips, will they break bottles or come out and say that this is not right, we will not participate? What do you suggest? What should they do?
So the Jagdambika Pal must issue a statement what actually happened inside the JPC.
He has. He
That
has.
led to the breaking
Jagdambika
of
Pal
the
has
glass.
spoken to the media.
That's
He says,
simple as that.
I've been in parliament for 40 years. I am shocked, never seen someone behave like this. Have you heard of anyone breaking a bottle? Sir, these are, scenes that we see in films.
That's why I said nobody gives a damn. No, wait, Pranesh, nobody gives a damn to Kalyan Banerjee in Bengal even. He is considered to be on the what you call this.
I don't know about, I don't know about that. 1 minute. I don't know about that. If that is the case, why was Rahul Gandhi filming him? When he was mimicking Mr. Dhankar, why was Rahul Gandhi filming him?
No.
Why? Was he provoked to?
Yeah,
Was he provoked to?
these are all
Manojit,
parliamentary privileges.
Professor, 1 minute. Professor Mondal, was Kalyan Banerjee provoked to film or mimic Jagdeep Dhankar? What was the provocation?
Pranesh, that was in a context where 150 member of parliament were suspended by the BJP. And they were sitting in a brutal cold. And they're just trying to cheer themselves up.
Like this.
You
This is
cannot
how you
compare
cheer
that
yourself
with
up.
This incident.
Professor Mondal, forget saving democracy. All of you, 1 minute. The better idea is to first save the bottle. 1 minute. Try and save, try and save the decency, at least the parliamentary courtesies. Let's begin with that. Then we will worry about democracy and constitution. For want of time, I have to thank all of you for joining us. The News Hour with Navita Kumar on the other side.